Hello everyone, welcome to the very new lecture of course PrimeNG, an Angular UI component library. As in the last lecture we have discussed about the PrimeNG, how to integrate the PrimeNG into the existing Angular project, and today we will see the grid system into the PrimeNG. Before we will see the next component and how we will use the other components into the Angular project. Before that, we will see the responsive grid system into the PrimeNG. So as we know that Bootstrap provides a grid system that is entirely responsive. So you can create a website that is given a look differently on the desktop machine, in the laptop machine, and in the mobile devices. So same as Bootstrap, the grid is also provided into the PrimeNG system. So we will see the responsive grid, how we can create our website or web applications using a PrimeNG grid system. So to use the PrimeNG grid system, we have to install the package PrimeFlex FLX. So to install that package, we have to use the command npm install PrimeFlex. Then we will see the responsive grid system. So which kind of classes are available into the PrimeNG. So without wasting the time, let's go. So just open the PrimeNG website. So primefaces.org is the website, and go to get started. Here in the top at the left hand side, you will see the theming, and after that PrimeFlex. So go to the PrimeFlex. Here you will see the grid system. So how the grid system will be worked, you can see here, right? So we will go to the grid system and just go to the document here. Into the documentation part, you will see that you have to install npm install PrimeFlex, right? So we just copy it, and we are using the project that we have created in the previous lecture. So we are using the same project in this lecture also, right? So what we are doing, we are just install the PrimeFlex package into our application. Just give some time, so it will install into the project, and after that it will says that add a CSS file. The CSS file name is PrimeFlex. So copy and paste it into your angular.json file. So go to the styles, and here we go. So I have already saved this file. Save this reference into the styles. That's all. Okay, so our project is ready. Now just run it using the ngserve command. So project is ready. So here I have created a grid, but we will start from the scratch right now. So go to our app.component and erase everything from here. Hello PrimeNG. So now our application is running. Now we are integrated the package PrimeFlex into our project. Now we will see the document what we have to do again. So as in the PrimeNG, the classes available is pcall. Using as in the bootstrap, there are grid of 12 columns, same into the PrimeNG. So here each and every grid contains 12 columns, and we can divide a row into at max 12 columns. Not exactly, but yes, I will show you how it will works. So I just copy and paste into our HTML file and refresh the page. Yes, so you can say that 1, 2 and 3. So if you see into the grid system, what we have to do, first understand what we are doing. So we are creating a div, and in this grid we are applying a class pgrid. So now a pgrid is nothing but a grid, and in this grid we have 3 divs, and each one contains the pcall. So what it will do, it will divide the row into the 3 equal parts, because we are not mentioning anything after the call, right? So each and every call will contain, each and every div will contains 4 columns, right? So by default, if we are not defining anything, it will divide a row into equal parts, right? So here you can see that the entire row is divided into 3 parts only. If we want to create a grid with different parts, like different columns, we have to write p dash call dash number of columns. So first div contains 2 columns, second div contains 8 columns, and third div contains 2 columns, right? Now you will see that the first div contains 2 columns, second one contains 8 columns, and third one also contains the 2 columns, right? So the entire row will be divided into 3 different parts, right? Now, so we can understand by this, if we want to divide a row into different parts, we can create a pgrid div, and inside that we can define our design, right? Okay, that's it to understand the responsive grid. But what is this? This is not the responsive, right? So whatever you are writing here is everywhere, into the mobile or into the desktop is same, right? So here if you go to the document or in the presentation, we are saying that to create a responsive grid we have to use different classes, p dash sm dash 1 to 12, anything you can mention here, right? So for a small device you have to use this, for medium devices you have to use p-mt, for large size devices you have to use p-lg, and for extra large devices you have to use p-xl. What exactly the media query is, or what is the medium width in px is defined here. So for small, the minimum width is 576. So the length of the device for which small devices CSS work is 576 to 767. So this is the range for small devices. Same for the medium devices, the range is 768px to 991px, right? So okay, now move further and we will try to create a design using PrimeNG grid. So if you see there is a design that looks in two different way, one for mobile and other for larger size device than mobile. So if you see that the design is totally differently looked in two different kind of devices, one for small, medium, large, extra large size devices, other for mobile devices. So if you see that for small, medium, large, extra large size devices, the design contains two rows, and the first row contains three equal parts columns, or first row is divided into three equal parts, and second row is divided in such a way that first two columns is equal to the third column. So first column is of width 1/4, second column is width of 1/4, and third column is width of 2/4. But when we render this grid into the mobile devices, it looks totally different. So the first row is now divided into two different rows, and in such a way that first two column is rendered into the first row of equal size, and third column is into the second row. Same happened with the second row. Same like the second row that contains three column now divided into two row, and first two column into the first row, and third column into the second row. So let's try to create this by our hand. Okay, we will start with the Scratch. Yeah. So first we will create the P grid, as we are targeting this design first, and after that we will convert it into the mobile design. So as we see, it contains two rows, so we will create two div of that is nothing but contains the P grid. So P grid is equal to the row of bootstrap. So as we want to create the two rows, we will create the two div with P grid class. Now the first row is divided further into the three equal parts. So we will create three divs, and each div will contain the class P-SM-4, as we want to create the equal size divs. Now go to the page and try to see what happened. Yeah, so we have to write something to see the changes. So we can say the small device size is 1/3, or we can say 4/12 columns, right? Yeah, so we have divided the row into three equal parts, but we want some design, right? So we will create some classes and apply it into these. Let's go to the HTML page. Here is we have to apply the CSS. Yep. So if you see that I have created some CSS. One is div body. I just copy it to show you something. So yeah, each div we have defined a minimum height. Okay, and a border. So if you see this class, it contains a height, minimum, maximum and height is 150 pixels. So we have fixed the each div height is 156. So either small, larger, or for everywhere it will 150 pixels fixed, just to show you the grid. Now the second thing, we have created border of one solid 1px black. So we have seen a border here is because of this CSS. Now again we have created some color classes. These are DCLR, ground, CRN. These are the classes. So we have just applied those classes into our corresponding tables. These classes just we have to see you the design, nothing else. Yeah. Now copy and paste it. Okay, so now our first row is ready. The second row is contain 3 columns, but now the size of these columns is changed. So we will try to create the second row. Okay, we have copied the same as our row, and now we will change the classes. So first column will contain 2 columns, second div will contain 2 columns, and third div first div will contain 3 columns, second div will contain 3 columns, and third div will contain 6 columns. Or we can say that the size is 1 by 4, 1 by 4 and 2 by 4. Or we can say that 3 by 12, 3 by 12 and 6 by 12. Okay. So second row is also ready, right? Yeah. So if you see that our both rows are ready right now. But if we will go to the mobile devices, it looks like this. Yes, because for the mobile devices we have not defined any class, right? So that's why it looks like weird. So in each and every case we have to define the design to mobile device as well. So we have to apply the pcall class for each and every part of row, right? So what design we have exactly required is first two is equally divided column. So we need like this. So for mobile devices we need the design like this. Mobile device, the design will be first two is equally, so nothing but 1 by 2 or 6 by 12 columns. Same for second, so we have to apply 6 columns for pcall class. Same for second, and for third we need entire row. For third column we need the entire row, so nothing but the 12 columns. Okay, so we will apply the 12 columns for mobile design. Nothing but 1 by 1 or 12 by 12. Okay, so you can see the row looks like totally different. First row is ready. Now we will move to the second row. little bit smaller. Yes. So for the mobile devices it looks like that, and for the larger than mobile devices it look like before we have created, right? So now we have to focus on the second row. So if you see into the example, the second row is just look like the first row. So just just copy paste the same classes in the second row as well. Copy paste the text also. Sorry. For the last, we have to apply the 12 columns. Yeah. Now you can see that the grid system is ready. So it's look like this. Okay. So now you can understand how to create the design using the PrimeNG grid. So if you have the previous knowledge of Bootstrap, the PrimeNG grid works same as the Bootstrap grid, but the changes only the class name. So I think you understand how to create the grid, and you can also create the grids by yourself and try to create the different kinds of grid. And you have any queries, just comment it out. Thank you.